Did you know that during the Great Famine, babies were being sold in Ireland for as little as 1 shilling? The Great Famine, also known as the Irish Hunger, was a period of mass starvation and disease in Ireland between 1845 and 1849. It is estimated that over 1 million people died and many more were forced to flee the country. But did you know that there is a darker story behind the famine that most people don't know about? After the potato crop failed and people began to starve, families had to make an awful decision: sell their children. For some families, it was the only way to ensure that at least some of their children would survive. And although it was illegal to sell children into slavery, the British government turned a blind eye to this practice as long as the children were sold within Ireland. However, once the children were sold, they became the property of the person or institution that bought them. And many of these children were sent to work in factories or on farms where they were treated like animals. Some were even sent to England to be sold as chimney sweeps. It is estimated that over 10,000 children were sold during the famine, with the majority of them being girls. And although this practice is now illegal, the effects of the famine and the sale of the children still have a profound impact on Irish society today. Many of the children who were sold are now adults who have never had a chance to have a normal life. They were denied an education and were forced to work long hours for very little pay. And because of the stigma surrounding the famine, many of these people are too ashamed to speak out about what happened to them. But there is hope for these forgotten people as a new campaign aims to uncover their stories and give them a voice. The campaign is called Beyond Redemption: The Dark Legacy of the Great Famine, and it is run by a group of historians and genealogists. They are working to identify as many of the children who were sold during the famine as possible and to record their stories for future generations. They believe that it is important to remember this dark chapter in Irish history so that it never happens again. So, if you know anything about this, please come forward and share your story. You may not know it, but you could be helping to give a voice to the voiceless and ensuring that the legacy of the Great Famine is never forgotten.